Welcome to Intro to Bible Study and Interpretation. I'll be your instructor for these 8 weeks. My name is David Roach, and I want to give you a little bit of introduction to the course and a little bit of introduction to myself. And then this is not the first lecture video, this is just a course intro video. You'll need to also watch the first lecture video for week 1. This class is about just what the title suggests, about how to study the Bible and how to interpret the Bible. We believe as Christians, and as Protestant Christians in particular, that the Bible is largely self-explanatory. The Bible is not a mystery. If a person reads the Bible and asks God to help them and studies it, then we believe that we can know what God is communicating through the Bible. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't take hard work at times to know what God is communicating. It's like reading any other book. Sometimes you have to know a little bit about the setting of the book. You have to know a little bit about the kind of literature that the book is, and some other little details to really know what a book is talking about. And that's what we're going to cover this semester about the Bible. I've broken up the course into 3 units of study. The first unit of study, which is really just a week long, is about how we got the Bible in its present form. I want you to know, as you start to interpret the Bible, how the Bible went from Greek and Hebrew manuscripts written by the prophets and Moses and others in the Old Testament, and then the apostles in the New Testament in Greek. I want you to know how the Bible went from those original Greek and Hebrew writings to the bound English Bible that we have today. So that's Unit 1. Unit 2, we're going to learn about the different genres in the Bible and how to interpret them. The Bible is not uniform in the type of literature it contains. There's historical narrative in the Bible. That just means stories. There are parables in the Bible. There's poetry in the Bible. There are songs in the Bible. There are letters in the Bible. And for the second unit of this course, we're going to walk through some principles about how to interpret each of those types of biblical literature. And then finally, for the last part of the course, we're going to talk about how to see each passage of the Bible in light of the whole story. That's a key piece of interpretation. And in particular, I want to teach you how every passage in the Bible has something to do with Jesus Christ, who is the focus of the story and the focus of our faith and our only hope for a relationship with God in this life and in eternity. So that'll be our third portion of the course. You can read the syllabus and see more about this. But briefly, assignments, you're going to have each week a discussion to do. And for that discussion, you'll have to answer a question that I pose once and then respond to at least one classmate. All of your assignments are due at 11:55 on Sunday night at the end of the week. That includes your discussion. However, I would really appreciate it if you would complete the initial answer to my question earlier in the week, so that your classmates can have a chance to respond by 11:55 Sunday night. If everybody in the class is responding to my question at 11:30 on Sunday night, it's going to be very difficult for all of you to also complete the requirement to respond to a classmate by 11:55 on Sunday night. So that's not a requirement. I realize that some weeks are particularly taxing and you might not be able to get to the discussion until 11 o'clock on Sunday night. But that ought to be the exception rather than the rule. So please try to complete that discussion early. There will be 2 papers in the class and then 2 exams, and there will be information on that to come. I want to be as accessible to you as possible, even though this is obviously an online class and not one where we're face-to-face. For my day job, I work as a writer for Baptist Press, the news service of the Southern Baptist Convention. And for that, I'm sitting in front of my computer most days from 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. So if you will send me an email during those normal business hours, I'll probably get it really quickly, and I'll try to respond to you very quickly. If you email me outside of normal business hours, I'll still try to respond to your email within 24 hours, but I won't be sitting in front of my computer looking for emails like I will during normal business times. You're also free to call me, and I welcome that, because I know sometimes a phone conversation is more helpful than an email exchange. But if you'd like to call me, please call me before 8 p.m. Central Time. I have 3 little kids. I have a 4-year-old daughter, a 2-year-old daughter, and then a son who will be 2 weeks old the Saturday before we start this course. And usually about 8 o'clock we start giving people baths and doing other things that are required before bed. So it would just be a help to me if you call me before 8 p.m. Central Time. But I'm glad to take your calls. If I can't answer the phone when you call, I'll make it a point to call you back. I'm here not just to help you learn about the Bible, but I hope this class ultimately helps you grow spiritually. There's no book that's ever been written that's more important to your spiritual and physical and emotional well-being than the Bible. And so I'm going to pray for you as this class progresses, that somehow the truths that we learn would really go not just to your mind but to your heart, and that through a miraculous work of God that they might change you and make you walk closer to Him. I know that that will be nothing in my instruction, nothing in the course text, but I do believe that the Bible is so powerful that the Holy Spirit can do that in your life even as you're taking a college class. So welcome to the course once again, and I look forward to these 8 weeks together.